Now, I'm sympathetic to a guy who's going through some kind of mental issue, but a dude who signs his name on the Bible in front of the entire world when he's constantly invoking Christianity and he says, I will do this, and this, and it's basic stuff. Train 6 days a week, don't party. It's like, this is easy, man. And then you live up to none of it and your team outs you when you miss weight. Dude, I'm also pretty big on accountability, man.
It's going to be light work for me. Another day in the office. It's going to be one of those things where you're just like, yo, hold my beer, watch this. I'm Usain.
So full disclosure, what I was coming up here to record right now on my kids was a video about maybe Ryan Garcia was acting crazy this whole time in one of the most brilliant promotional stunts in history. I really honestly was going to record that today. And we are definitely doing a very different type of video now. Not only is that not the case, but now we've got a catastrophe on our hands, and it's not just the weight miss too. I mean, I would imagine that from the title, you know, he missed weight, and he didn't miss weight by a little bit. He missed by a lot, and I just got information about the weight miss beyond how much he missed by, what they're going to do about it currently, but why he missed weight, some statements from his team, like, this is not good. This fight might not happen. I mean, it might happen, might not happen, but we'll see. This is a developing story. I would imagine that as I'm recording this, there might be new information that comes out, and that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to tell you what we got right here and what they're doing about the negotiations, and then I'm going to tell you why he missed weight and what his team is saying about it, because it is very telling. And let's just say the crazy act was not an act. It was definitely not an act. So we're gonna go through that, and then I'll show you some other footage, and then maybe we'll do another story. I don't know. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you have not yet. I appreciate you guys. I'm not gonna bore you with the whole thing. We got a lot to talk about, but it's really helpful for me in the channel. If you like the video, comment, tell me what you think. Tell me if you think that Ryan Garcia is a total train wreck or if he still has a chance to win. As a matter of fact, that's what we're doing. In the comments, everyone tell me, does Ryan still have a chance to win this fight? Because I honestly don't know. I was going into this weekend like, dude, he still could win. But anyway, subscribe to the channel and let's rock. All right, so this is as of 35 minutes ago. Garcia misses weight by 3.2 pounds. Now, to put this in perspective, this is boxing, dude. This is not UFC, okay? A 3-pound miss is a 3-pound miss. That's obviously like, that's a big weight miss. It's not like you just barely, like that is bottom line irresponsible, okay? Irresponsible. Now, the higher up you go, you could argue the more weight is like kind of like, well, you know, the guy's a 235-pound man and he got to 207, you know what I mean? Or whatever. But 3.2 pounds on a 140-pound fight is an enormous weight miss. Enormous weight miss, okay? So that's what it is. He missed by 3.2 pounds, and now the title for sure is not on the line. And the teams are negotiating about what to do next. Do we think the fight should go ahead? Okay, so one thing that I could tell you before we even get into the details of why he missed weight is, aside from the title not being on the line, he for sure is paying $500,000 out of his purse for each pound over. I assume the 0.2 is going to count. So right out of the gate, he's paying $2 million to Devin Haney without even breaking a sweat. So $2 million he was going to make in Devin Haney's pocket before we even start. Devin Haney cannot lose the title. I hate this, dude. I'm excited for this fight. I'm really excited for this fight. And honestly, had he just made weight, I would have just been like, man, can you imagine if after all this, Ryan Garcia could win? But this situation, this ruins it. Because everything in combat sports is about the stakes. It's about what's on the line. What happens if this? What happens if that? Chael, I can't remember what fight it was. You know what? I take that back. I do know. It was when he was talking about Francis and Tyson Fury early on, like before, I think it wasn't even like fully announced. And he was saying like, what are they going to fight for? He said like the fight business is all about, if this happens, then what? Like, what's the story? And I always kind of thought, you know, like Chael's my dude. I love that guy, dude. But I was always like, I feel like he's being overly critical of this fight. So like, I don't know if that necessarily, like there can just be a fight to see what happens, you know, whatever. But the more I've thought about it, and the more I've marinated on him saying that, the more I'm like, no, this is legit. 99% of the time, that's true. You know what I mean? And so you also have to consider, well, if this happens, then what? Because there also is a situation where like, well, now you have a potential catastrophe on your hands. Okay, there's no good outcome here now. This fight is ruined. This fight's ruined. Do not make any mistake about it. This fight is ruined. And I'll tell you exactly why. If Devin Haney wins, cool. You know, that's what should happen. If Ryan Garcia wins, then you have a guy who's holding the belt who lost to a guy who missed weight by 3. It's like, it's a catastrophe. You know what I mean? Can you imagine the hit to Devin Haney's legacy if he somehow loses this fight? This is not a fight that like this is not a deserved victory. That's my point. It's like, aside from the fact that you have a guy who's holding the belt that lost, you also have a dude who won who does not deserve it. Okay? Who does not deserve it. Like, fights, the way that the real fight game is about earning it. You know, that's why when you have two guys who are pristine athletes who have focused all their energy on being at the best version of themselves that they possibly can, where you have Islam Makhachev against Dustin Poirier in New Jersey, or you have Max Holloway against Justin Gaethje, or you have Jamal Hill against, you know, any of the guys that were on UFC 300. It's like, this is the best version of these guys. They're going to go in there. One of them's going to win. It's deserved. But if you have a guy who you know for sure is completely undeserving of a victory, then you don't even want to do the fight. Why risk it? He doesn't deserve to win, dude. He doesn't deserve to be in there. I have nothing negative to say about Ryan Garcia as a person. He's obviously going through some shit, but like, this is ruined. He doesn't deserve to win, which means there's only one outcome that could happen, which makes it boring. I don't want to just see some guy who's going through mental issues just go in there and get beat up. Like, I don't want to pay for that. I mean, I'm going to pay for it. It's ruined. Now, we're going to go into the next segment here, which is why he missed weight and what his team is saying, which is very not impressive at all, obviously, but we'll talk about why there are some mitigating circumstances. But before that, this is what I want to ask. Are any of you going to not buy the fight now because of this? Okay? So, first question I asked, right? We already went over that. Does he still have a chance to win? Second one that I want to know in the comments, is there anyone who was going to buy the fight who's not going to buy it? Listen, dude, if you know you're going to stream it, obviously, I understand. I'm not going to pretend. I'm not going to come on here and advocate for people to pay for fights when I know that they're not going to. You know if you're not going to. But let's just say, hypothetically, you were going to. Would this make you not pay for it knowing that this is now not for a title? That's actually kind of the question that I have is like, okay, the belt's not on the line. Is there anyone who is like, oh, I'm not even going to pay for it then? I'm going to pay either way because, you know, I just am. But let me know what you guys think about that. And now let's move into the other part of this story, okay? So obviously, without getting into a whole history lesson on this fight, right? Like on everything that happened earlier, Ryan Garcia went crazy, right? We all saw this in real time. So here's what I'm going to show you right here. Then we're going to go back and I'm going to show you something very specific during his training camp that was a dead giveaway that is directly related to this, okay? So this is the story now about the $500K per pound overweight clause. So he's going to pay $2 million. But check this out. Brunch Boxing reported on Tuesday that Ryan's team was concerned he would miss weight because of heavy drinking and lack of training. Heavy drinking and lack of training. So that tells the whole story. That's why when I say he doesn't deserve to win, this is what I'm talking about. Bottom line. And do you agree with me? Right? Like when you know he's been partying like this, and I'm going to show you a video. I'm going to show you a video in a second to demonstrate exactly what I'm talking about, okay? Like, because we're not just like, oh, you know, his team is saying blah, 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 and there's no verification. It's absolutely verified, and I'm going to show you in a second, okay? So when I say the guy doesn't deserve to win, do you guys agree with that, okay? Again, I'm going to show you a video from a hotel that is just like, it's just crystal clear if you know what you're looking at. But I also wanted to say that, like, I remember there was a fight in the UFC when Rich Franklin fought against Kung Lee, and Kung Lee won by first round knockout, and the look on his face, I remember looking at him, and he had this look where I could just read him, like, I just could read exactly what he was thinking was like, I did not train for this fight, and I just had it's like, this is a miracle, you know? And I think he even said something afterwards, like, you know, like subsequently that he confirmed that he hadn't trained, and I just remember being like, he doesn't deserve that win, dude. You know what I mean? Like, that rubs me wrong, dude. In prize fights, knowing that someone didn't work hard and then they win anyway, except if it's like John Jones. I don't know. For some reason, John Jones is like exempt from that. But so now we know for sure that he was partying his balls off, and, you know, and that's why he's missing weight, because he was heavy drinking and not training, dude. Okay, so watch this video and let's talk about it a little bit. So I'm taking you back 1 month to this video right here when he was in a hotel room. I covered it, okay? I covered it right here in this video, but for some reason only 30, like when I was doing these Ryan Garcia videos, these were getting super high views. For some reason, this one did not do very well, which I have no idea, because this was the most telling video of all of them. So I'm not gonna make you, I mean, I would imagine my commentary at the time is probably very similar to what it's going to be right now. But now that we have the benefit of hindsight, he missed weight. Well, let's watch this again. And I'm going to tell you how this is like the most relevant thing you're ever going to watch. So let's watch it really quick. It's only a couple minutes. And then I'm going to tell you why this is the key to everything.
All right, we got Ryan's. Come on, come closer. We got Ryan's non-negotiable list for camp. Number 1, train 6 days a week. Number 2, 1 form of recovery every day.
Why on earth are you making this deal in a hotel room at 6 in the morning with whoever this dude is and filming it? You're writing down non-negotiables, and the non-negotiables are train 6 days a week. Dude, you're fighting Devin Haney, dog. This is like me being like, okay, like me and Gabrielle, we sit down like in a hotel room. Like if you have to do this, okay, if I'm in a hotel room with Gabrielle and I ever have to go, okay, non-negotiables. Do not have sex with other women and lie about it to Gabrielle. You're like, wait, hang on. You guys are writing that down on a piece of paper? Like, it's your wife, dude. Yeah, I know. But this is from this time forward, these are non-negotiables. No lying and no having sex with other women in hotel rooms. You're like, dude, I'm pretty sure that's what you agreed to when you got married. Why are you talking? Why are you recording this? Like, train 6 days a week?
3, no smoking at all and no edibles. Number 4, drinking wine only.
I don't even take edibles though.
3 glasses on Wednesday.
So they have to put on a piece of paper that no smoking weed, no edibles, and you're only drinking wine. It's all. So listen, man, let's get real, man. I'm not gonna quit drinking. That's insane. I can't do it. What I can do is only drink wine. Let's continue. By the way, also look at this dude. Okay, look at his face. Look at his face. This is a dude who partied all night, and then did this at 6 in the morning. Okay, let's continue.
4 glasses on Sunday. And remember, this is like
non-negotiable. I know.
But you don't have to do it. Just because it's there, don't mean you have to do it.
Right. Maybe I decide I won't do it.
Exactly.
What do you mean? What does non-negotiable mean? You don't have to do it. What is that? Non-negotiable, it means you do have to. All right, let's continue and see what else we got here that he didn't live up to.
Exactly. Number 5, strict diet. No eating out, no fried stuff like that. 6, sleep. Number 7, Bible study.
Bible study, guys. That's a really important one. Right before I'm going to sign my name on the Bible and then live up to none of this.
Number 8, love everyone. Number 9, your daily meditations. Number 10, everyone in camp must abide by this list. Number 11, accountability partners. And number 12, the best one, knock Devin Haney the fuck out, baby.
Yeah. Look at that face, dude. This is a joke, man. This right here, this is not what you, like, again, I forgot about this video, to be honest. You know how I said at the beginning that I was like, oh, I came up here to record this video about how I think Ryan Garcia was faking it the whole time? I forgot about this video because this one is crystal clear to anyone who knows what they're looking at. I think at the time when I did this before that I was saying that he was doing drugs that were keeping him up all night. I have no idea, dude. I'm not gonna stick my, like if someone was like, so I always talk about certain things that are controversial. Is this or that? And the way I kind of demonstrate my ability, my level of certainty is I'm like, if someone was like, you die if you're wrong, yes or no, there are certain things where I would instantly press yes. Well, if it was like, hey, is this guy doing blow or is he doing meth or whatever? Is he doing some kind of upper? I would be like, maybe, because it could be mental illness that we're looking at also. But 100%, this dude is partying his balls off. There is absolutely no question about that. This is the face of someone over there, who's been partying all night and is making ludicrous statements. He didn't live up to any of them. He lived up to none of them. He made these, like, here's the bigger problem, okay? He made guarantees not only to himself in this video, and I'm sure to other people throughout this whole process, but also, like, do you remember when he went on Twitter and he was like, I will only be talking about the fight from this day forward. I think it was right after this. He's like, I'm not talking about anything except the fight between now and April, whatever. And 2 days later, he broke that. 2 days. Okay, this is a person who does not connect the dots of like, you want to know what, like, whatever you think is important with your public image, nothing is more important than looking like you have discipline. And you have demonstrated that you have no discipline whatsoever, dude. You can't make a public I'm not going to be talking about anything except the fights, and then 2 days later you're doing a live talking about Bohemian Grove. You can't do that, dude. Now that's why it was so egregious. That's why I was like, dude, I think it's an act, man. Because he also had a clip that I thought was hilarious, and he looked so funny and he looked so composed that I was like, there's no way this is the same guy, you know? So I really thought it was possible that this whole thing had been an act. I'll show you that right now. All right, so this is the one that I'm talking about, but actually I wanted to show you guys this first. The end of this video right here where he signs it, and then watch his reaction, dude. Like, watch his reaction. It's bananas. Watch. All right, let's wrap this thing up and watch him sign.
All right, RG. Once you sign, hey, hold on. Let me write up top.
Non-negotiables. Okay, come on, bro. Let me just sign it. I know what it means. I know
Do you? You know what non-negotiable means? So apparently not.
what non-negotiable means.
No, Mo. I'm putting it there. Sign it right here, RG. This is the contract right here.
Can I write the line?
On the Bible.
Oh man. Okay. This is powerful.
This is powerful. This is for sure.
No,
Never forget, he signed his name on the Bible and then lived up to none of it.
it's signed. It's done.
Let's go!
What did I just do?
We're locked in. We're locked in, brother.
All he committed to was to train 6 days a week, to eat healthy, to not drink more than like 2 days a week or something, to not do drugs, and to do like Bible study like he acts like he does all the time. Like that's what he just, oh my God, I can't do it. It's
Once you go to a swimming pool party with Diddy, it's like you don't even pay attention to what the he's saying, bro. At the end of the day, once your booty hole got tickled, it's over.
What are we going to see from Ryan Garcia?
None of that. It's going to be light work for me. Another day in the office. It's going to be one of those things where you're just like, yo, hold my beer, watch this. I'm just saying, he's those other runners that we can't even name. Who's the second fastest runner in the world? We don't know. When I step into NYC, it's going to be crazy. And then we're going to light one up right after, 420, baby. I might do it in the ring. After that, I'm like, what's next? You know, hit up a club, do something. You know, I'm not even going to be worried that I just knocked somebody out and became a WBC champion. I do appreciate it, though. Shout out WBC.
dude, he has, I'm sorry. I might even put this at the beginning of the video because I'm going to hate on Ryan so hard, but I want to put something at the beginning to let him know, like, I'm a fan. When he rolls like that, I'm a fan. That is hilarious. But outside that, we're going to wrap this up. Hopefully something good happens for everybody. I don't know. But subscribe to the channel, ring the bell. Love you guys.